Welcome, everyone, to Future Tech Dilemmas. We often talk about AI and automation taking over jobs, but what about a profession that shapes the future itself? Today, we're diving into a topic that could fundamentally change how we learn and grow: the rise of robot teachers. Imagine walking into a classroom not filled with a human being, but with a highly advanced, empathetic AI. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but this reality is much closer than we think. The question isn't just will they, but should they? Are we on the verge of a technological revolution in education, or are we risking the very essence of what makes us human? Join me as we explore this complex and fascinating dilemma. Let's start with the most obvious benefits. Robots and AI can offer a level of efficiency and personalization that human teachers simply cannot match. An AI tutor could analyze a student's learning style, their strengths, weaknesses, and pace, and then tailor the curriculum to their exact needs. Imagine a student struggling with a specific math concept. The AI could provide unlimited examples and different teaching methods until the concept clicks. This isn't just about faster learning. It's about deeper, more effective understanding. They could work 24/7, providing assistance whenever and wherever it's needed, without ever getting tired or frustrated. This personalized approach could close the achievement gap and make quality education accessible to everyone, regardless of their background or location. But with every benefit comes a cost. The most significant challenge is the inherent lack of humanity. Education is not just about memorizing facts or solving equations. It's about empathy, social interaction, and emotional intelligence. A human teacher can sense when a student is having a bad day, offer a word of encouragement, and build a relationship of trust and respect. They teach life lessons that aren't in any textbook. Can a robot truly understand the complexities of a child's emotional state? Can it inspire a love for learning in the same way a passionate human can? The classroom is a community, a place where children learn to collaborate, debate, and navigate social dynamics. Relegating these interactions to a screen or a robot could lead to a generation of highly knowledgeable, yet socially isolated individuals. Another crucial point is the economic viability and accessibility. While AI could potentially lower the cost of education in the long run by reducing the need for human staff, the initial investment would be astronomical. Equipping every school, especially in developing nations, with advanced robotic teachers and the necessary infrastructure is a massive undertaking. This could create a new kind of digital divide, where wealthy districts have state-of-the-art AI tutors, while poorer schools are left behind with outdated resources. Furthermore, who controls the curriculum these AIs teach? If a handful of tech corporations develop the core educational algorithms, they could essentially dictate what and how an entire generation learns. This centralization of knowledge is a terrifying prospect. So, if not as replacements, what about as assistants? This seems to be the most realistic and beneficial path forward. Imagine a world where human teachers are freed from the most mundane, repetitive tasks, grading papers, tracking attendance, or creating basic lesson plans. AI could handle all of that, allowing teachers to focus on what they do best: mentoring, inspiring, and providing the personal attention students need. A teacher could use an AI assistant to identify which students are falling behind and what specific concepts are causing them trouble. This hybrid model would combine the analytical power of AI with the irreplaceable human touch. It's a collaboration, not a competition. The robot becomes a tool, not the master. This brings up a crucial ethical question: who is responsible when something goes wrong? If an AI teacher makes a mistake that negatively impacts a student's education, who is to blame? Is it the programmer, the school, or the company that sold the technology? And what about the data? AI systems would collect vast amounts of information about students, from their academic performance to their emotional state. Who owns this data and how is it protected? The potential for misuse, from targeted advertising to a form of social profiling, is immense. We must establish clear ethical guidelines and legal frameworks before we fully integrate these technologies into our schools. We're not just building tools, we're creating the future of our children's minds. Інструкції для слайд-шоу. Зображення, що викликають роздуми про етику та відповідальність. Let's return to the emotional aspect. The classroom is a unique microcosm of society. It's where children first learn how to handle disappointment, celebrate success with others, and resolve conflicts. These are skills that an AI, no matter how sophisticated, cannot teach. An AI can teach a child the definition of empathy, but it can't model it. The nuance of a teacher's facial expression, the subtle shift in their tone of voice, or the spontaneous moment of shared laughter, these are invaluable parts of the learning process. The ability to connect with another human being is what truly prepares us for the real world. We risk creating a generation of students who excel in logic and data but struggle with social interaction and emotional regulation. What about creativity and innovation? An AI is fundamentally built on existing data. It can synthesize information and find patterns. But can it truly generate a novel, groundbreaking idea? The spark of creativity often comes from unexpected connections and human intuition, things that are difficult to program. A human teacher can encourage a student to think outside the box, to explore a crazy idea, or to fail spectacularly and learn from it. They can inspire curiosity in a way that goes beyond a pre-programmed lesson. Robots are excellent at delivering known information, but true innovation requires a different kind of magic. Will we stifle a generation of future artists and inventors if we rely too heavily on algorithmic instruction? So where do we go from here? The conversation isn't about whether AI will enter the classroom. It's about how we manage its integration. The goal should not be to replace teachers, but to augment them. Future teachers might not be lecturers, but facilitators and mentors, guiding students through a world of information powered by AI. We need to focus on what humans do best: critical thinking, problem solving, empathy, and collaboration. The education system needs to adapt to prepare students for a world where AI is a constant presence. This means shifting the curriculum away from rote memorization and towards skills that cannot be automated. The future of education is a partnership between human and machine, a symbiosis of intelligence and humanity. The dilemma of robot teachers is a microcosm of a larger societal question. What is the true purpose of education? Is it to create efficient workers, or is it to cultivate well-rounded, empathetic human beings? As we stand on the cusp of this new technological era, we have a choice. We can either hand over the reins of our children's education to algorithms, or we can use these incredible tools to empower and elevate our educators. The answer seems clear. We must choose the latter. The most valuable lesson a child can learn is from another person, the kind of wisdom and understanding that can only be passed down through human interaction. Let's not forget that the greatest teachers inspire. They don't just instruct. This is a conversation that needs to happen, and it's one we'll be exploring in much more detail here at Future Tech Dilemmas. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, please hit that subscribe button. I'm on a mission to get to my first 1,000 subscribers, and your support helps me continue making these videos and exploring the most pressing issues of our time. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. But I want to hear from you. What do you think is the single most important quality a teacher must have that a robot can never replicate? Is it empathy, creativity, or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments below. Your insights are what make this community so special, and I read every single one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next dilemma.